Alex, you're literally so slow and run like a donkey. How are you ever going to run a marathon?
Good morning. Today is the first day of my official marathon training block. As you can tell, I just woke up. Hair's looking a little bit messy, but on the schedule today, we have a 40 to 50 minute run at an easy pace. I'm about to go upstairs, get some electrolytes in me, get some carbs, and I also got a new pair of shoes for marathon prep, so stay tuned. You guys are gonna see those in a minute. I'm so excited to wear them this morning. So the shoes are super comfortable. When I put them on this morning, they were super bouncy, super squishy. They fit my foot really tight, almost like a sock. But for some reason right now, my feet are not feeling too hot. I think I just have to give it some time and let them break in. But I'll keep you guys updated on that. The shoes definitely just took some time to break in. About 7K in, I have like a kilometer left. And I'm feeling the comfort. These are awesome, definitely a lot more comfortable than my Adidas SLs. The first run is officially complete. I'll put the details on screen right there. We did 8 kilometers at an average pace of 5:28. The shoes were also amazing if you're looking for a great pair of daily trainers that are gonna last you a long time and are also super, super comfortable. I would highly recommend. They are a little bit on the pricier side. In Canadian dollars, they come to about $270 or so after tax. Thankfully, I didn't pay that because I bought them off of Facebook Marketplace. I saw that a guy listed them yesterday for $140 in my exact size because they didn't fit his foot. So he'd only worn them a couple times, but he was about 45 minutes away. So I decided to message him. Hey, I'm far away. If I come tonight, will you take 120? He agreed. His name was Nick. He was a super nice guy. Nick, if you somehow end up watching this, shout out you. I love the shoes. Thank you. Also, about a week ago, I started a new operation, which is Operation Finally Grow Some Facial Hair. So I'm 22 years old and I have always had a baby face where I would shave every single morning and I just never experimented with facial hair at all. So right now I kind of got the mustache coming in. It's coming in a little bit on the side. So it's only been about 6 or 7 days of growing it out. So you guys will see throughout the videos it getting longer and hopefully I turn into Giga Chad or something soon. Okay, so since this is my first video of marathon prep, I wanted to take some time and answer some basic questions so you guys had some background information about me and I'm not just some random dude that you're watching on the screen. So the first question that I wanted to address is, how did I actually get into running? And there's a couple factors that play here. First off, I know it's gonna sound cheesy, but I read David Goggins' book, Can't Hurt Me, and I was just like, oh my God, this dude is badass. Like, he's going out doing these 100-mile runs, 200-mile runs, ultra marathons. But he also talked about the importance of how running challenges your mind. And that's one thing that I never really did at the time, was challenge my mind. Like, sure, you're weightlifting, it's tough, but it's like, if you can't lift a weight, you can't lift a weight. With running, you can continue to go so much further than you actually think. And then at the same time as this, I had a lot of friends who got into running. And so I'd go out to like a community run club. I'd start going out to park runs. We all got Strava. We all started posting our runs. And just like that, I got sucked in, started enjoying it, and so I got hooked. Question number 2 is, how long have I actually been running for? It's been about a full year now. I want to emphasize that I was never a runner growing up. I remember I did cross country in grade 3 and that was the only year that I did it because I despised it. I think I had to run 1.5 kilometers. I was so out of breath. I mean, I played sports growing up. I played hockey, baseball. I would play golf for fun. And so I come from an athletic background. But then again, running was never my thing. In high school, I think I had like a 7:45 miles. So again, I'm just some regular dude who started training consistently and was able to build up my cardio that way. I wasn't some naturally gifted person who just has the speed genetics. I started off with 2K runs, then 5K runs, 10Ks, 15s. I just started building up and progressing over time. I did a half marathon last October, which actually went really well. I was super happy with my time, considering that I didn't follow a plan. I didn't know how to actually train for running. And by that, I mean, I would just go as hard as I could every run. So I was feeling very tired, very burnt out all the time. Didn't know the concept of easy run. If I ran slower than a 4:30 per kilometer pace, I'd be pissed off at myself because I didn't work hard enough. Like, looking back, it was bad and I would not recommend that style of training, especially if you're doing longer distances because you're going to burn out. And then I recently competed in the Sporting Life 10K. I made a vlog on that. Go check that out if you haven't seen it. Did amazing there, hit a sub 40 10K. And this allows me to transition into my third question, which is, why am I actually doing a marathon? The reason why I'm doing this is I just want to challenge. I want to challenge myself physically. I want to challenge myself mentally, emotionally. I know for sure there are going to be times during prep where I'm extremely overwhelmed by the amount of running that I'm doing. I'm going to be sore. I'm going to be aching. I'm going to be tired. It's going to feel like no matter what, I can't escape running because it's 6 times a week. These rest days though, once a week, are gonna hit like crack. I know that for a fact. I'm also excited to make YouTube videos about it and just document everything that I do. I love watching people run on YouTube, and I hope you guys do as well. I do have a little bit of a background in content creation. At a very young age, I used to have a Minecraft YouTube channel, so I did that for a little bit. I made some content on TikTok. This was fantasy football related, so it didn't have anything to do with running. I had my own account, and then I worked for a company as well. So love creating content. I'm happy to get back into it. I'm a university student studying psychology. I work a part-time job at a supplement store. I'm doing this. I live a very busy life, but for me, busy is good. I like to be active, like to be on my feet all day, actually doing things, being productive, getting things done. So I'm really excited for the series, and I hope you guys are as well.
The next day.
The first speed workout of prep is officially done. Sorry I didn't get any clips for you guys. Whenever I do speed work or I'm just going fast, I don't like to carry my phone with me. I track everything on my watch anyway, so I really don't need it. I like to just dial in and focus, and especially when my heart rate's high, the last thing I want to do is hold out a camera like this and speak to you guys. I'm sorry, I don't mean it. Don't take it personally. But today's workout consisted of a 2.5 kilometer warm up, and then we went into what's called a fartlek, which is basically a type of interval training where it was a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 fartlek with a 90-second jog in between each. So I did 5 minutes at a 4:15 pace, then I did jog for 90 seconds, 4 minutes at a 4:10 pace. So I just went down 5 seconds every time, and then the last interval consisted of 1 minute at 3:55 per kilometer. It's also very, very hot outside this morning. It was 21 degrees Celsius, but the sun was beaming down on me the whole time. I am literally drenched in sweat. It was also raining, so this is not all sweat. This is a combination of sweat and rain. But I gotta hop in the shower, get to work, and do some things today. So see you guys soon. All right, so I just started my easy run. I have about 8K at a 5:30 pace, and I'm not feeling too hot right now. Usually before I go on my runs, I go to the bathroom and take care of business. But for some reason this morning, nothing was coming out when I tried that. But now, all of a sudden, everything's gotta come out. There's not much I can do right now. There's no bathroom nearby. I just gotta keep pushing and not think about it, and hopefully it'll go away. Okay, so I have a kilometer left, and things are not getting better. My stomach is not feeling great. I would not wish this feeling upon my worst enemy. But hey, I learned a valuable lesson. Never go out to run unless it's been forced out. Today is a very special day, and I'm super excited because it's the first long run Sunday on my training plan. Over this marathon prep, every single Sunday is going to be my weekly long run. Usually it's done at an easy or steady pace. I think today it's going to come out to 19 or 20K, and I love long runs. I haven't been on one in a month and a half, 2 months or so, so I've really been looking forward to this day. A few things, as you guys can tell, I'm shirtless right now. The weather is just too hot nowadays to run with a shirt, because even if I go out and run 2 kilometers, my shirt just turns into a wet towel. It's all sticky. My nipples begin to chafe at that point, so I've decided to ditch the shirt, throw it away. It's also a very high chance of rain and thunderstorms right now, so this could be an eventful long run. And speaking of the heat, on these long runs, I'm gonna have to keep myself fueled and hydrated, so I decided to buy one of those handheld running water bottles. I went to the store last night and picked it up. I was only expecting to pay between 15 to 20 bucks for it, but this Nike one ended up costing me 40 bucks. I mean, it is good quality. It holds, I think, 650 milliliters, has a little pocket where I can put my gels into. So I'll bring 2 of those today, 1 goo because that's just what I'm familiar with. And then I also bought this new brand. I think it's either Kaizen or Kaiser, where the gel is just straight maple syrup. So I'm going to experiment with these things over prep and just kind of find what works for me.
I got lost tonight under the stars up in the sky. Directions hard to find under the stars up in the sky.
Okay, so right now it's beautiful out. As you can see, got the handheld water bottle. I put a carbohydrate powder in here. It's also filled with electrolytes, so gonna be really good for hydration on this run. It's cool. I think the rain is supposed to start in an hour, so fingers crossed that doesn't come.
I don't wanna break this. We're living in the moment. Living in the moment.
Okay, so as I've said before, this is my first marathon prep. But from what I've been reading, the long run is apparently the most important thing for a few reasons. First off, it allows your body to actually get used to the stimulus, specifically your legs, running for that period of time. Two, it allows your cardiovascular system and your heart rate to adapt for running over these long periods of times. And then three, which I'm kind of doing right now, is experimenting with fueling. So I know during the marathon, there's gonna be an aid station every 3 kilometers. That's what I'm doing here. Every 3 kilometers, taking a drink. I plan on taking a gel probably every 8K. So into this long run, 8K and 16K in, gel's gonna go down. All right, so gel number one about to go down. This is the maple syrup one that I was telling you guys about. The brand is called Chrono. Very intrigued. The ingredients are just maple syrup and salt. Let's see how it tastes. It tastes just like maple syrup. Very, very sweet. I don't know how many of these I'd be able to have on a run. Probably just one max because that is so sweet. I mean, come on. Does it get any nicer than this? Sunday morning, run down by the lake. Look at that view. The place that I'm currently at is my all-time favorite place to run. I love it. It's like 10K away from my house, but I'll run down here on a long run back home afterwards. Sometimes during marathon prep, I plan on just driving down here and running along the waterfront because like I've always said, changing the scenery helps so much, and waterfront runs just hit different.
Under the stars up in the sky.
I don't know if you can see on video, but it is coming down hard now. I don't mind. I personally think it feels nice, but it's gonna be a wet one. Oh yeah, the thing is happening. And by the thing, I mean runner's high. I'm 15K in and my vision just became extremely tunneled. I was focused on one thing. This is gonna sound like I'm exaggerating so much, but I felt this kind of pulsing sensation in my head. This is awesome. Okay, we are 16K in. That means it's time for gel number 2. We got a goo campfire s'mores flavor. Do I really want to have this right now? No, because I know that I'm done in 3 kilometers. But like I was saying before, I need to get my body used to this fueling schedule. Every 8K, gel has to go down. So here we go. All right, so the first long run is done. 19K at an average pace of 5:15. I'm just kind of standing outside my house in the rain right now. I'm already soaked, so it doesn't really make much of a difference, but whenever I run, I don't like to rush inside and just go into other things. I like to appreciate the fact that I just went on a good run. I worked hard, give myself credit where credit is due, and understand this is a small win that I can carry on for the rest of my day, so we keep moving. That's all I got for today's video. Week 1 of prep is officially in the book. I also just wanted to thank you guys for the recent support. Really means a lot to me, really motivates me to continue making these videos. Also, feel free to drop some comments if you have any questions, comments, concerns, whatever it may be. I read all of them, I'll get back to you. So that's it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.